welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to install the cam bearings. There's a big discussion about the clocking and the set, the way they all go, and I'll build it the way I want it. You want to clock yours and put yours in the way you want to. This is the way I've done them, and they've lasted. I've tore engines down, it has some miles on them, and they still look good. So I'm going to be installing seal powers in this engine here, measured out for the 1749 M's seal power. Now they're not marked, so when you get that box, they're not, the location is not marked on them. So you're going to put 3201, of course, in your first spot, 3202 your second, 3303s in your next two spots. Of course, you 3202 in the back. Okay. The back one, we're going to clock it. If the engine was turned up, we're going to put it in at 12 o'clock. The next three, we're putting them in at 5 o'clock. The front one, there's a big talk about it. Some say 6 and 3. Some even go to 6 to 9. You do what you want to. Mine will be set at 1 and 5. Okay. So with these clocked this way, it's going to give the oil wedge we need to keep the pressure up where we need it, the oil pressure. All right. So there's several videos online about how to install them, drive them in. I'm not going to waste your time with all that. We're just going to put these in, but the way I do them is, right now they're in the freezer, so they're frozen, so they'll slide in easier. Is I'll put my hole at 5 o'clock, draw me a mark, and I'll just flash that to you. Draw my marks, straight up mark, and if I drive that in straight in, I know my hole's going to be where I want it clocked at. So set your bearing in, time your hole where you want to put it at, your oil hole, put your mark on top of it. So when you get them out of the freezer before they start warming back up, you want to line that line up, drive them in. You could take a Allen wrench or whatever to make sure you got them in the right spot, whatever you want to choose to use. So I'm in the middle of blueprinting this engine, so I order 2 sets of everything, because the first set I use, I can do all my measuring, all my sliding in and out, what all kind of, wipe the bearing off, kind of messes the bearing up a little bit. So I drive it out, and then I drive my running bearing in. Now the tool I use is this here, and it's an okay tool. It works great. I've used it on a bunch. Put my drink over there before I turn over. So it's just Pepsi. Anybody wants to know? Not a sponsor, just something I like. Cherry Pepsi. So anyway, when you install your first bearings, of course you're going to remove those. Leave the front one using this tool. And the reason why that is, I can take this tool, insert in the front, instead of having it this way, trying to line stuff up. I'll put it in backwards, and when I shove my rod through to drive my bearings in, they're all going kind of easy, straight, you know. And with them frozen, they're going to go through fast, or faster than normal than regular. It's 80 degrees out here almost, I think, but it's 77, so they go in easier cold. So I'm going to grab these and drive these in right fast, and go from there, get the bearings in this thing so we can get it on assemble. Let's do it. Five, we got our mark, got our hole, okay? So on a Z4, ZZ4 engine, your cam bosses, if you center the cam bearing, you pretty much got it in spot. What you want to do, what I'm feeling for, is take that Allen wrench, okay? Matter of fact, I'll knock this bearing out and show you. You gotta come out anyway. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Marker down, didn't it? What I'm doing in there, with the groove cut around the your cam balls, the bearings going in, and these cam balls are almost cut where if you center it in them, you're probably going to be right on. Take your Allen wrench and you can feel it, feel the ramp. You're going to feel that ramp. If you catch the cam bearing and then one side just slides out, just go a little bit further. Both sides will be able to slide out smooth. That way you know you got it dead center. But like I say, the bosses they're pretty dead on centered. But let me get the first bearing and get it lined up. We can get it on in there, okay? After you get all your cam bearings in, go back with a soft towel and very lightly just wipe anything off that's on them, okay? You're not going to hurt nothing. And the reason why I do this, don't put lube on them, don't try to oil them down, because while you're assembling your engine, you're going to want to blow it out, you know. Every time you do something different, you'll blow it out till you start doing your wet assemblies. What I mean by that is lube on your crank bearings and all when you install it. After that, there's pretty much no more blowing out really. But hey, they're in there and they're going to work. You can try this method if you want to. Run your engine for a while, tear it back down, look at it, and see what yours look like. This front one's always been a big controversy over, you know what I mean? People, oh, clock it this way, clock it that way, you know, whatever. But most of your machine shops are going to put it like 6 and 3. 1 and 5 it's fine. 130 somewhere in there, you know, 2. You're okay there. I mean, it's not, you're not going to hurt anything. It's going to lube. It's going to run fine. So we'll do the crank next and move on from there, you know. So thanks for watching. We're go get this thing assembled up and get it ready to fire up, see what she sounds like. So thanks for watching. Here's a quick video of just a cam bearing that looked like it installed.